Snowflakes danced like whispers outside the frosted window of the small diner on the edge of town. It was Christmas Eve, and Officer Elena Ramirez sat alone at a corner booth, her uniform still crisp from a long shift, but her eyes heavy with unspoken sorrow. The world outside buzzed with holiday cheer, families rushing home, lights twinkling in every window, but inside, Elena felt like a ghost in her own life. If you're watching this, hit that like button if you've ever felt that pang of loneliness on a day meant for joy, and subscribe for more heartwarming stories that remind us we're never truly alone. Now, let's dive into Elena's tale, one that starts in the shadows but ends in the warmest light. Elena had always been the strong one. At 32, she'd climbed the ranks in the police force, earning respect for her sharp instincts and unyielding dedication. But strength came at a cost. Her parents had passed away years ago in a car accident, right around the holidays, leaving her with no family to call her own. Boyfriends came and went, scared off by the badge and the late-night calls. This Christmas, like the last three, she volunteered for the graveyard shift, patrolling empty streets while others gathered around trees and tables. "Better me than someone with kids," she'd say with a forced smile. But tonight, after chasing down a petty thief and booking him without incident, she found herself at Joe's Diner, the only place open past midnight. She ordered black coffee and a slice of pie, staring at the steam rising like forgotten dreams. Across the room, single dad Marcus Thompson wrestled with his own storm. At 35, he was a mechanic by day, a superhero by night to his 6-year-old daughter, Lily. His wife had left 2 years ago, chasing a life without the burdens of family, leaving Marcus to juggle bills, bedtime stories, and the ache of betrayal. This Christmas, he'd promised Lily a magical night, decorating cookies, watching old movies, but a flat tire on the way home from his sister's house stranded them in the snow. With the tow truck delayed by the holiday rush, Marcus bundled Lily into the diner for warmth. She clutched her stuffed reindeer, her eyes wide with wonder at the twinkling lights strung along the counter. "Daddy, is Santa coming?" she asked, her voice a tiny bell in the quiet space. Elena noticed them first, a rugged man with kind eyes and a little girl whose laughter cut through the diner's somber hum. Marcus ordered hot chocolate for Lily and a coffee for himself, glancing around for a seat. The place was sparse, just a few truckers nursing their meals. When their eyes met, Elena offered a polite nod, but inside, envy twisted her heart. What she wouldn't give for that, a child's innocent joy, a purpose beyond the patrol car. As the minutes ticked by, Lily's curiosity wandered. She toddled over to Elena's booth, her reindeer dangling from one hand. "Are you a police lady?" she asked, tilting her head. Elena smiled, the first genuine one in hours. "Yes, I am. I'm Officer Ramirez." "What's your name, sweetie?" "Lily." "And this is Rudy," she said, holding up the toy. Marcus hurried over, apologetic. "Sorry about that. She's got no fear of strangers, takes after her mom, I guess." He chuckled, but Elena caught the flicker of pain in his eyes. They exchanged small talk, the weather, the flat tire, the holiday chaos. Marcus explained how he'd been driving back from his sister's when the tire blew. "No spare, no tools in the trunk, rookie mistake for a mechanic," he admitted with a sheepish grin. Elena listened, her coffee growing cold. Something about Marcus's easy manner drew her in. He wasn't flirting, he was just real. When Lily yawned and curled up in the booth, Marcus sighed. "I hate this. She should be home, tucked in bed, waiting for Santa." Elena glanced outside, the snow was piling up, turning the roads treacherous. Her shift had ended, but duty called in unexpected ways. "You know, I might be able to help," Elena said impulsively. "I've got a jack and a spare in my cruiser. It's not far from here." Marcus's eyes widened. "Really? On Christmas Eve? You do that?" "It's what I do, help people," she replied, though her voice wavered. Truth was, It beat going home to an empty apartment with a frozen dinner and reruns. They bundled up, Elena carrying Lily to her patrol car while Marcus followed. The little girl stirred, murmuring about reindeer, and Elena felt a warmth she hadn't known in years. Out in the parking lot, the wind howled, but Elena worked efficiently. She jacked up Marcus's old sedan, swapping the tire with practiced ease. Marcus held the flashlight, chatting to keep things light. "So, no family plans tonight?" he asked gently. Elena paused, wrench in hand. "Not anymore. Lost my folks a while back. Holidays are tough." She didn't elaborate, but Marcus nodded, understanding in his silence. "I get it. After my wife left, I thought Christmas would never feel right again. But Lily, she makes it magical, you know? Even with the flat tires." As she lowered the car, a sense of accomplishment washed over her, not just for the fix, but for the connection. Marcus insisted on repaying her. "At least come back to the diner for pie." "My treat." Elena hesitated, but Lily's sleepy plea, "Please, police lady," sealed it. Back inside, over shared slices of apple pie, stories unfolded. Marcus spoke of his dreams deferred. He'd wanted to be an artist, but life steered him to wrenches and oil changes. Elena shared her badge's burdens, the close calls, the lives saved, the ones she couldn't. "Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it," she confessed. "Feeling so alone in a job that's all about protecting others." Marcus leaned in. "You're not alone tonight. And hey, if a flat tire brought us here, maybe it's fate's way of saying Merry Christmas." Lily, now wide awake, drew a crayon picture on a napkin, a cop, a dad, and a little girl under a star. "For you," she said, handing it to Elena. Tears pricked Elena's eyes. It was simple, childish, but it pierced her armor. As the clock struck midnight, the diner owner flipped on Christmas music, and for the first time, Elena didn't feel like an outsider. Marcus's phone buzzed. The tow truck had canceled due to the storm, but thanks to Elena, they didn't need it anymore. They parted ways with promises to stay in touch. Marcus scribbled his number on the napkin drawing. "If you ever need a tire change, or just company, call me." Elena drove home, the drawing on her passenger seat, a tiny beacon in the dark. But the story doesn't end there. Days turned to weeks, and that chance encounter blossomed. Marcus invited Elena to a New Year's playdate with Lily, where they built snowmen and shared hot cocoa. Elena opened up about her fears of vulnerability, how the job had hardened her heart. Marcus shared his own scars, the rejection that made him doubt love. Challenges arose. Elena's demanding shifts clashed with family time, and Marcus worried about introducing someone new to Lily. One night, after a particularly grueling case involving a domestic dispute, Elena showed up at Marcus's door, exhausted and doubting her path. "I don't know if I can do this anymore," she admitted, collapsing on his couch. Marcus listened, then shared his own turning point, the day he chose to fight for custody, vowing to give Lily stability. "We all have battles," he said. "But we don't have to fight them alone." That night, with Lily asleep upstairs, they talked until dawn, forging a bond stronger than steel. Resolutions came slowly, beautifully. Elena sought therapy through the department, learning to balance duty and life. Marcus pursued his art again, sketching portraits that captured Elena's fierce spirit. Lily adored her Auntie Elena, and soon, the title evolved. By next Christmas, they celebrated as a family, Elena in civilian clothes, Marcus with a ring in his pocket, Lily hanging ornaments with glee. The kind act? It wasn't just the tire change. It was Marcus seeing Elena's hidden pain and offering a hand, a heart. And Elena, in turn, reminding him that heroes come in all forms. Their story proves that one moment of kindness can rewrite destinies, turning loneliness into love. If this tale touched you, smash that like button and subscribe for more stories of hope and humanity. Remember, in a world full of chaos, a single act can change everything. Merry Christmas, whenever you're watching, and may your holidays be filled with unexpected miracles.